Are you guys motivated? Yeah! All right. So, welcome to EQLA's very first Military Bronies panel. So, as some of you may know, or may not know, the military has its own set of laws and stuff like that. We don't want to step on anybody's feet about what we're going to be talking about, so this is a small disclaimer. Everything that we say today is our own opinions. It does not reflect anything that our branch of service, is advocating or telling us to say. So we're just, this is just our own thoughts, our own opinions on everything. So it doesn't have anything to do with our branch. So I just want to get that out of the way. But first and foremost, we're going to go down the line here, and everybody is going to just give you a little information on themselves, and just where they're stationed, and so on and so forth. So we're going to start with me. My name is Lance Corporal Kosovsky. I'm in the United States Marine Corps Reserve. All right, I'm a weekend warrior. Semper sometimes. So anyway, I'm in the Marine Corps Reserve. I'm actually at the local unit here, just up at Seal Beach. So this is just a short 10-minute drive for me. So that's your local unit. It's called 514. It's a Marine Corps artillery unit. And what else? I've been in the Marine Corps 2 years, and that's pretty much it. I'm also an admin on Military Bronies and a Military Brony page that's only for Military Bronies called Semper Philly. So I'm going to pass it off to my buddy here, Perry.
That would be me. I'm Specialist Casillas, United States Army, stationed in Fort Riley, Kansas, Big Red One, 1st Infantry Division. Live here in California, actually, so it was fun to come back for Mother's Day and for this. Looking forward to it pretty much the whole last month, hoping leave didn't get canceled, just crossing my fingers. Aside from that, I've been in the Army for 4 years, and I hope to keep going on with it. I'm also a Military Brony website page admin as Zout, and we will take it over to Sergeant next.
I feel like it's a bona fide AA thing in here. Hello, my name is Chris, and I like ponies. I'm Lance Corporal Chris Sargent, stationed out at Camp Pendleton, California. I live in Las Bogatras, or Las Bogas. We call it Bogatras because it's prison. Anyway, I belong to 1st Maintenance Battalion, and I'm an MTM company. I'm a motor team mechanic. I fix trucks, Humvees, MRAP, 7 tons, all that kind of stuff. I host web shows during the week and on the weekends called Movie Time with Sarge on Wednesday nights, where we watch pretty much nostalgia movie stuff that you think about when you were a kid, or stuff that just makes you miss stuff like the Blues Brothers, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, frickin' stuff like that. Alien, the original Alien. And on the weekends I do a shenanigans stream where I get people like Final Draft, Black Griffin, all kinds of people, Chaotic Brody, and we do the most informal interview ever and consume alcohol and just have a good time. It's a fun building experience. It's not Everfree Network material, but it's fun. And that's me.
All right. Hard to follow that up. Anyways, I'm Airman First Class Stamper. I'm all the way from New Jersey, although there are some folks here who apparently flew further than I did, which surprised me. I'm a member of the group Equestria, and I'm also a musician and a fanfic writer, although probably no one's heard of me here. Wah wah. That's about it for me. I'm a female technician. Again, no one knows what that is. Precision measurement equipment laboratory technician. Say that 5 times fast and you get a hearty high five from me after the show.
Start practicing.
My name is Colin Davis. I am a Pet Eps First Class in ROTC. I am a future soldier currently still in training. I ship in exactly 2 months to Fort Sill, Oklahoma for field artillery training in the U.S. Army. and I am a member of the military Brony community. I contribute by making music. I'm a musician and an avid fanfic writer. Although, like him, no one's probably heard of my music or seen my fanfics, so yeah, that's a big point. Anyway, I plan on staying in. I plan on giving you more perspective, not like the experience part of being in the military, but I'm going to give you more perspective of what it's like to make this step into being in the military, making yourself doing something bigger than yourself, and to step forward in the line of duty to protect your family and your loved ones and stuff like that. So yeah.
I'm Hospital named Crockett. I'm stationed at Camp Pendleton with 2-5 Marines. I actually have a couple of my Marines here with me. Pretty much I just take care of my guys, make sure they change their socks, take their voucher, and drink water. That's it.
Do you still carry around straws with you and tell them to suck it up?
I do carry straws in my pack for suck it up moments.
They do that. You'll twist your ankle or something on the hike and they're like, Doc, I'm hurt. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I got something for you. Pull out a bendy straw. Suck it up.
Tools of the trade.
Mike is not.
Sure, Mike. Sure, yeah, call 29. Testing, all right. My name is Ethan Buchanan. I don't have a fancy rank. Let's see. I'm a ranch worker, and I'm an artist for Military Bronies. I have my own Facebook page. It's First Possible Platoon. My screen name is Top Kick. I just want to say, this is a great community. The entire Brony community in general, and the military Brony community. I'm not in the military quite just yet. Working on college credits so I can enlist off of a GED. But regardless of whether I'm in or not, these guys have took me under their wings. They've treated me as their own. And I thank them very much for it. Being in the military, there's this camaraderie. You're all out for each other. You're out to keep each other's backs. And I think that reflects well in the Brony community as well. That's all I got to say for that.
I just wanted to have the... Yeah, so I just wanted to, all the military Bronies that came from like really far away, freaking, we have, guys coming from across the country and stuff. I just want everybody in the audience to give them a round of applause. It's really an amazing thing to actually see how this subculture, subgroup of the Brony community, the military Bronies, has grown and evolved in such a short amount of time. It's truly amazing. It really is now becoming an integral part of the Brony community. There are always military Bronies at these cons. It's always great to meet them. And I mean, it's just it's really a privilege to see this force of military Bronies at all the conventions. But with that, we're going to go a little more in depth with what some of the stuff we do. So at first, I mentioned that me and Perry and Ethan down there also are admins of the Military Bronies Facebook page, trademarked. No, it isn't. Anyway, so we're all admins on that page, and what we kind of do is it's kind of a public relations, because what's happened with the military, obviously, is the draft was taken away, and the relationship between military and civilians changed. It became a volunteer force, and with that, the cultures of military and civilian became slightly more separated. So this is another, kind of olive branch to civilians, and also to get military together to kind of, understand what we're about, what we do, how we contribute, and stuff like that. So that's kind of the heart and soul of the Military Bronies page, is, getting the civilians involved and interested. We also do mentoring. There's a lot of young Bronies, aspiring Bronies that want to be in the military. You know, they come to us for advice and help. So
they come to us with along the lines of things like, how would I deal with it if I'm in training and someone finds out I'm a Brony? Like, do I just hide it from them, or would I be out about it? Or how would someone possibly treat me if they find out while I'm in training I'm a Brony?
Throw blind bags at them.
And we try to be as positive as we can, because was anyone in here actually a Brony during training? Or any of us? No? Because for that, I guess for me, it's hard to respond to some people, because I didn't become a Brony till way after training, actually. So sometimes I'll leave it to the others to help, but we always try to give those words of encouragement to those who look forward to want to become in the military that are Bronies.
there's nothing more motivating, and it almost blows my mind. You have these guys that come to us. Hey, I'm joining the United States Marine Corps. You know, I'm signing that contract. I'm going to serve my country. I'm going to boot camp next week. You know, what's some advice for me? And then 13 weeks later, they come back. They're like, I just did it, and it's just so motivating to hear these guys that they're able to do it and go through it. So shout out to all those guys that just got a basic, and
Shout out
round of applause.
Shout out.
Come on, everyone.
So just to reiterate, I don't think we got our names down for the admins on Military Bronies. I'm track team, just to get that out of the way.
Mine would be Z out.
Ethan?
Top kick.
There you go. So with that said, do any of you guys on the panel have anything more to say in depth about your contributions to the military Brony community? Okay.
Well, when it comes to contributing fanfics and stuff like that, or music, it's, in my opinion, on the Military Brony page, I'm trying to contribute more military kind of like stylized music. Like I'm actually in the works of making themes for each of the branches, like Navy, Army, Marine, and Air Force and stuff like that. But yeah, I've got like 2 of them done. The rest. When it comes to fanfic writing, I try to contribute relevant things. I try not to contribute like random one shots out like 1,000 words or something like that. I try to contribute real life, like real stories that like you can relate to. Like this one story about this little cult named Corn and stuff like that. It's the basic kind of like fanfic, and it's basic kind of fanfic like that, and it's basically he's basically trying to find himself in the world. Eventually he does, and he shines just like everyone else. And I'd say that being in the military, it'll definitely bring our confidence, just like it in my story Corns did, because there's nothing more motivating than having your love next to you. Well, anyway, anyone else got anything to say?
Ethan, you got anything?
Ponies are freaking awesome.
With that said, we've got a very special slideshow for you guys. It's made by my buddy here, Perry. You have anything to say about it?
Just going into it, like we said, not only are we helping people out who are coming to us, any questions we have, we do showcase a lot of military Brony themed art, or people just not military themselves, civilians making military themed ponies. And that's one of our biggest things that we do on the page, and like I said, we made this slideshow to give you a small taste of what it's like. So I hope you enjoy.
I am the shadow and the smoke in your eyes. the front line, don't worry, I'll be fine. The story's just beginning. I say goodbye to my weakness, so long to regret.
So with that said and everything, we're gonna have now a push-up contest. Yes, yes. So I would like one volunteer representing one branch of each branch. So I just come forward, one of each branch and one civilian. We're gonna have the push-up contest. And
Tell them what they're gonna win first, Johnny.
Okay, yes.
Why don't we announce which person to come up? We're going for Army. Raise your hand if you're Army.
You knew if you found me, I would give out my dog tags that I had a friend make. I told some people I had ran out. Fluttershy slipped away, and it turns out I did not give hers away. So not only will you be winning a Fluttershy set of dog tags, you will be winning the perfect bro hoof.
Yes!
Boom!
All right.
That's awesome.
Next level bro hoof maneuver.
So, like we said, if we can get one representative from each branch, one civilian who would like to try to win this, come on up here.
Army!
Oh, yeah, first.
Okay, yeah, just shout out your branch and we'll thank you. Air Force!
Air Force.
There we go.
Marine Corps! Who said Army?
We're gonna see who does the most push-ups out of everyone.
We got the Navy band. Push lights over there.
Can the push-ups be count?
You're gonna push till I get tired, pretty much.
So we have Army, Air Force. Do we have any Navy that's going to try? Navy? Navy, get up here. Any Marines? There's got to be more Marines out here. Come on.
Where's the Marine out there?
Anyone? Marines?
Get up here! No, hold on. I want the boot.
Get up, get the boot up.
Boot! Let's go, boot.
And any civilians? We need a civilian who thinks they can take them down.
Deadpool! Get Deadpool! Get Deadpool! Is that it? Do we have any coasties out there? Puddle jumpers? No.
What happened to Tetsuo? He's an ex-coastie.
So it will be simple enough.
If anyone sees Tetsuo, DJ Tetsuo, tell him to get his ass in here. He's coasty.
I volunteer my friend here, Angel Bunny.
Oh, man.
All right.
Let's see.
So it will be simple enough. So instead of us having to count and losing track and going on however that will last, we're going to start a simple go cadence, or I guess.
How about
It's
we
going to be a
go?
one-count exercise, so it's going to just be a simple 1, 2, 3.
I like by the 4 count.
I like the 8 count
I like
better.
the count, 4 count, but these guys don't know it, so let's. They don't.
Basically, a 4 count is 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. So
Is that easy enough?
So much.
we'll count it out. You guys count the repetitions.
You just got to do
I'm a bigger fan of the
Last one standing wins the dog tag and the perfect bro hoof.
Okay, yeah, that's how we do it. We're gonna count the cadence. You count the repetition. All right. So we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, and you guys are gonna go 1. All right. Does it make sense? Does everyone understand? Okay, go.
Snowflake, if you would demonstrate,
If
sir.
you would demonstrate.
Snowflake shall demonstrate it.
Starting positions, move. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is what you asked. All right,
You're good.
So
All right.
That's simple.
Gotta hit start.
And once we get it started, we would like if you all in the audience helped count along with us and with the contestants. So,
All right.
if we would get started.
Y'all folks ready? Your next exercise will be
Come on, give my hand.
push-ups. Starting positions, move. Ready? Exercise. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I know you're getting tired.
Slow down, keep it up, let's go.
Just stop. Just stop. You don't have to. No, keep going. I'm demotivating you.
14.
I need a winner.
15. 1, 2, 3. 16. 1, 2, 3. 17. 1, 2, 3. 18. 1, 2, 3. 19. 1, 2, 3.
Come on, come on. Keep it up.
Keep it up.
Angel Bunny's having trouble.
Come on, Angel. Pump that.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Deadpool, you have been excommunicated, friend.
Sorry,
Angel Bunny, put your knees down. Excommunicated.
Excommunicated. We got 2 down.
If you're on your knees, you're out.
Oh, the boot's still up.
We got 3 more people.
Ready? Exercise. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Break 90 degrees with your elbows. Go down. Go down. Don't let the boot beat you.
Yeah, you can't let
Beat the boot, man.
Oh. So now it's between Marine Corps and Army. Let's get this one. Don't you let me down, boot. Push. Now it's gonna be the lightning round. Just push until you drop.
go, 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 go.
Don't you fail me, boot.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boot has let me down. I'm a little disappointed in him.
That got awesome close, you know?
No excuse. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the push-up contest is Snowflake. But hold on. Who was the last civilian standing? Who was the last civilian?
It's a boot.
There was only one civilian up there?
No, really?
Deadpool?
2 civilians.
Angel lasted longer.
So it's.
So,
I believe Angel should get the Fluttershy dog tags then.
Oh. Seems appropriate.
Deadpool, come up here. Come up here. You were going to be the recipient of the perfect bro hoof.
This fantastic surprise.
Let it rip. All right. Moving on. Since today is Mother's Day,
Yay.
I have talked to these guys already. I am going to call my mother, and we're all going to wish her a happy Mother's Day. I'm going to put her on speaker. All right. I don't really talk to her much, so this is going to be interesting.
No balls at once.
It's ringing.
It's ringing.
Remember, I'm going to say, I'll have people here who want to say something to you, and then just scream it. All right?
At the same time, so it's audible.
No answer.
Keep it down, Barney's now.
Answering machine time.
Answer.
Still do it.
This will be
We can do the answering machine.
All right. I'm going to call one more
We're
time.
going back. Calm down.
Wow, phone, just screw me. All right. Let's try this again. Why does it tell me there's going to be a ringback? Tell me it doesn't play. I was expecting music.
There's no music.
That is the music.
Usually, since it's my family is country music, so you hear like Johnny Cash or something come on. Hello? Is Mom there?
Yeah, hold on, man. What's up?
Hey, Mom.
Are you at work?
No, I'm at a convention in LA right now. I'm on a panel.
Oh, that's right. The pony convention.
Yeah. I have a couple people here who want to say something to you.
Okay.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy Mother's Day!
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
That was pretty loud. How many thousand people was that?
Yes.
All of the thousands.
Many.
But, yeah,
It
there's,
was so loud I couldn't understand what they said, so I'm getting the
Told you to say it at the same time.
they all yelled out Happy Mother's Day to you. So I just wanted.
I figured that. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna call you back after this and then actually talk to you. Okay?
Okay, I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
All of them feels, all of them.
All right, moving on. Now for something completely different.
So we're gonna go now to the Q&A, but before we actually do that, we're gonna go over some of the most commonly asked questions. So, AKA, how'd you become a Brony, and what life in the military as a military Brony, what it's like, or maybe a couple little stories. We're gonna try to keep it short. We're gonna try to especially keep it short for you guys, because I'm sure you guys have some burning questions for military Bronies. So I'm going to start off with myself. I enlisted in the Marine Corps in July 2011. I had seen ponies a little before then, mainly through one of my buddies from high school. I was just like, what the hell is this? Like anybody else. It was just this type of meme stuff on Facebook and whatnot. So I went to boot camp. I was miserable for 3 months, and afterward, when I came back, I gave ponies a chance. And like the typical Brony story is, you start with one episode, and one thing leads to another, and boom, I'm here. So life for me in the military. As a military Brony it's kind of different from the reservist side, because you're only going down there to do your job for, at maximum, I usually do about a week's worth of work a month. So I'm not in constant contact with these people, my fellow Marines and sailors. I'm not with them all the time, so they don't see me in civilian attire much. So it's kind of different. It's kind of more of a closet Brony status that I'm in. But if somebody were to ask me, I'd totally be all up with it. And Family Day, I'm gonna freaking rock a Brony shirt. So that's my experience in the reserve. So I'm gonna go to my friend Gary over here.
And for me, it wasn't in training or anything. I was actually deployed in Iraq when I first found out about ponies and how big it was getting. And to be honest, I hated it at first. just the idea of men liking My Little Pony was just dumb to me. And so I was about halfway through my deployment, I found out about it. I got back from the deployment 6 months later, and I saw it just continue to grow. And I figured there has to be something about it to be making it this popular, to have people going crazy all over the internet. Not just in little sections, not just certain groups, certain areas. Everywhere, people were going crazy about it. So again, yes, as the typical thing, one episode leads to another. Next thing I know, within the span of a day, I watched the entire first season, and my eyes were just bloodshot, but I didn't care because it was so awesome. And it's just really, after my first little closet brony stage, which lasted, I'd say, about 3 months, I became very open about it, and I have a giant wall where I just keep posters in my actual workshop, because I'm active duty. So every day, people see me knowing I'm a brony, and they look at my workspace where there's just pony posters all over the wall. And in my room, even when there's room inspections, just ponies everywhere. And walking around post in all bright colored brony shirts and everything. And it gets you some funny looks, but it's too awesome to even care. Why would I not? So that's my experience then, and I will pass it on to you next.
Well, it all started when I was young. No, back in, I hated the show. I did. I went on all the forums or whatever, and I cussed all you guys out and called you gay and child molesters and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, everyone was like, oh yeah, you should watch My Little Pony, it's an interesting show. And I'm like, no, I have a set of testicles and I wonder if I really. I was that macho guy. And,
do you still have them? I got stuck. We have what's called the green weenie in the Marine Corps. And the green weenie likes to screw you over. And it's just when stuff goes bad for you, whether you want to get deployed to places or do some special kind of duty or something, it'll mess you out of it. So the green weenie was getting its fill of me. And I was stuck in Camp Johnson, which is the training center where I do my MCT school, or my MOS school. And I was there and my girlfriend just broke up with me, I lost a family member, everything was just going downhill, and my friend was like, you know, when I get sad, I just watch ponies, and I was like, get the fuck out of here, you weird. And then I started, and he was like, no, have you watched it? I was like, no, I haven't watched it. And he was like, then how are you going to judge it? And I was like, yeah, I guess. So I started watching it, and I was like, alright, it's not bad. The first episode was the one I watched, and that's like my least favorite episode of the whole thing. And I started watching it, and I was like, okay, well, the next one's probably going to be better. It just got better and better and better, and eventually I stayed up that whole weekend. I caught up to Mystery on the Friendship Express while watching it on YouTube. And then I started being openly brony, wearing t-shirts. I got the Applejack Daniels shirts when those were still being sold. And I started wearing that around, and I was like, what is this pony stuff? And I was like, ponies are awesome. And I came to 1st Maintenance Battalion, and it was kind of a secret. I was open about it, but nobody really asked me about it. Only like my roommate and stuff knew about it. And then eventually my command found out, because I had blind bags and stuff all over my room. I had posters and all kinds of stuff. And at LPU, I went and got a vinyl scratch tattoo done. And you want to see it?
Take it off.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
This is a PG show. I am a man bear. And yeah, there at LPU, I just decked out all of my walls, and I have my back wall in my barracks room is nothing but pony posters. I got a little vinyl scratch lamp. I have a little chibi berry punch doll because alcohol is my friend. I have more than this blind bags under my TV. I got all the vinyl collectibles. I got a derby that I have signed by a bunch of the VAs and stuff. What I'm trying to do with that is have everyone involved on the show sign it, and then I want to put it in a charity auction for Wounded Warriors. That's what I'm trying to do. It has to be successful.
Brony, and moving on.
All right. So, unlike a lot of guys, I was actually a Brony before I was in the military. Season 1 rolled around and I was trying to become a professional gamer. Yeah, that didn't work out. I was broke and for a short time homeless. And then I went ahead and said, oh, I'm staying with my friends. Introduced me to ponies, watched the whole thing, and then was like, okay, I like this. And decided to seek out that camaraderie, and I found that camaraderie and those same core values in the military. So I went ahead and I enlisted. Took me a long time to get in, but I did. If you don't know about FOB Equestria, I've been in it for a while. It's our equivalent of military Equestria Daily, fobequestria.com. Go check it out. My tag's Jack Shine. You can ask me anything you want.
Alright, so just like this guy, I was a Brony before I joined the military. It was very hard for me at first to start watching it, because like that guy over there with the shades. I was like, this show, I think this will make me less of a man. And then I started watching it, and I was actually really embarrassed, but I actually really started liking it. My sister was like looking at me like, you like this? I was like, yes. And mind you, she was like 9 at the time, so it was really awkward. And even then, she like still like teased me about it, which is funny. But anyway, but it hasn't changed. It hasn't. How do I phrase that? It's changed a lot in me. And when I looked at the military and I found the values just like they did, I found the values very similar because, and that's why I decided to join. Because if I like the show and I like the values are the same, so I figured why not join it? So I did. And I found out that there's a whole website, everything about military bronies and stuff like that, and I found out that I was not alone anymore, and I'm very proud to have joined the military bronies, and I hope to continue contributing in the future. And this guy.
I just real quick, I want to give a special shout out again to FOB Equestria. If it wasn't for FOB Equestria, I wouldn't be a military brony. So I just want everyone to give a round of applause to FOB Equestria. They're really awesome.
Forward operating base.
So I pretty much became a Brony on accident. I was on meme base looking at memes, and I saw a little page where it was all the My Little Brony memes. I started looking at them like, what the hell is this show? So me and my wife, we were just sitting there like, okay, let's watch a couple episodes. So that entire day, me and her spent probably 16 hours watching nothing but like the first season, like just over and over and over. And pretty much been a Brony since. Went to boot camp. No one really noticed because no one really asked. But yeah, pretty much became a Brony on accident because memes.
Alright, well, I was in school and I saw these 3 kids that were watching a pony video, which I still haven't been able to find. It was very catchy. And it was just colors, and I was like, whoa, okay. I did not identify them as ponies at that point. I did not know what they were. I went onto the internet after a little bit of searching. I found out, I typed in ponies and then whoosh! Google images everywhere, all these colorful, okay, that's it, yes, that's it, okay. So after some ciphering, I went through some of the lower ends of the YouTube verse in the pony vids, and then I found out it was an actual show. It was a show, okay. So I got my brother and me, or my brother and I, I'm sorry. We sat next to each other, and we decided to watch. And you can just imagine, you know, my little pony, my little... Sit on this like... And then when one of us kind of got the feeling like, do you want to stop? It just had their point. I did not like it at all. There was, first of all, Rainbow Dash. When I first saw Rainbow Dash, it was like Rainbow, and her name is Rainbow Dash. It just didn't sit right at all. It does now. I can say no problem with confidence. Like I can say any pony, just fine. That's fine. I used to not. It would be so awkward to say. And I didn't like the show at all. And then it came to a point where Twilight said any pony. That was the word. That was freaking hilarious. I was cracking up. It was this forced, like, inner child, suppressed crack out, like, I'm alive. So I started laughing. My brother took a little longer. It took till the end, and then it took until the end of the two-part of the episode. Yeah, that was funny. At the end of the episode, it was like, oh, it continues. It's like, oh, God.
God.
Yeah, oh, God. But yeah, just the equine puns really got me because I understood all of them. You know, Canterlot, Trottingham, Huff Bump, all this stuff, and the fact that they were playing like, you know, horseshoes. Those little things just made me smile, and it was so funny. And I got past all their colors and the girliness, and then there was an actual good story under all of that. So the people that I saw watching it on the TV, I came up to one of them, and I'm a little bigger than them. So I come up to him and I go, hey, bro, and he's all scared. He's like, oh, all right, yeah, bro. and then they taught me, you know, more stuff on the fandom, on the music and stuff like that. Then I started to draw. I'm an artist, and I sucked. And usually when I suck, eventually someone comes around and tells me, you suck, stop, and then I stop. And so, you know,
Stop.
I was going to start to sorry, I'll wrap it up. But no negative comments. My drawings were not good, and I was able to get up because of all this positive encouragement, because of the community. And now I would honestly say with a bold and confident stature that I'm about nearly kind of show accurate. I'm right there. And by the way, my page is First Hospital Team. You can see my work. I do military brony art with the ponies in the uniforms. If you would like your OC in a uniform, I can commission that for you. And now I'm done.
So we actually have a special guest over here, all the way from Germany. Everybody give a round of applause for Jeff Lander.
Hi everybody, my name's Jeff. I'm with the Air Force. I'm public affairs stationed in Germany, and I actually work at AFN Kaiserslautern, which is a news studio sort of thing for the military. We're famous for making news stories and really crappy commercials. They are
Atrocious.
terrible.
I kind of like it.
We're not actors, okay? We're military. But anyway, how I got started in the fan base, I actually read an article on crack.com about some unknown, or things you may not know about popular things or whatever, and one of them was My Little Pony, and I was like, that's kind of different. All right, whatever. And I shrugged it off, and then one day I was on my Facebook, and one of my friends actually had a picture of Dovahkiin Fluttershy. And I was like, maybe there is something to it. And so one night I was so bored. I think I played the crap out of Skyrim, to the point where I wanted to just stab my eyes out. And so I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'll watch the first episode. And of course, as we all know, the first episode is a two-parter, so I was like, well, okay, I don't want to leave it as a cliffhanger. I gotta keep going. So I finished that one, and I was like, well, you can't always base the show off of, the first episode, so I'll just watch another one. And then it was about 3 in the morning, and I was sitting in my bed with my laptop on me, and I'm like, oh God.
Did any of you guys,
what have I done?
When you were first starting watching, did you ever have that moment of surrealization where you're like, dude, I'm watching ponies?
When I started watching it, was like my reaction.
I was just sitting there thinking to myself, I'm a 19-year-old man, and I'm in the Marine Corps, and I I consider myself a badass. I ride motorcycles, whatever. And I'm watching a show about multicolored ponies. And I like it. Is something wrong?
But anyway, when I graduated tech school, I got stationed in Germany. And when I got there, my fellow station members found out that I was indeed a Brony. And at first they started poking fun at me, but then they kind of were like, hey, do you know this guy named Arsenal? And I was like, no, I don't know him. And then they told me that he was actually the founder of Military Bronies Facebook page. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. To be the next Brony at AFN Kaiserslautern, I felt like I had some pretty big shoes to fill. And I actually put together a weekly report on video games. And I always try to fit in memes and some pony references I'll throw in occasionally. And I always hope that somebody out there is getting it. I know a few of them do because I see them when I go over to the BX and everything like that. But when the Military Bronies invited some of the people, I definitely wanted to jump on that. And I'm really glad that you guys gave me the opportunity to come out here. I'm having a great time. To see the fan base like this is amazing. I completely blew my expectations out of the water. And I just want to say thank you all for letting me come along.
It was a pleasure to have you, man. It's all the way from Germany. I mean, that just blows my mind. So, wow. Anyway, so I'm sure you guys have questions and whatnot. So we're going to start the Q&A. Everybody that has questions, start lining up.
Post-haste, ladies and gents.
Faster! Faster!
I know you're running!
We apologize ahead of time if you can't get your question. We are running with limited time, but if you see us out in the hall, we will be here pretty much the rest of the day. You can ask us then out there. We don't get to you here.
I have to work tomorrow.
We're not that intimidating.
Don't worry. That's most questions. Is that microphone working?
Just sound off.
Sound off.
Use your big boy voice.
Like a man.
Let me start. Since you skipped me for the introduction, it's working now.
Oh, yay.
Good work, Snowflake. Your presence made the microphone turn on.
The power of
You all know me as Snowflake, but I am Specialist Tyler Thenard with the Army National Guard. And I'm stationed at Camp Roberts. It's about 4 hours north in the middle of nowhere. I'm part of the 1401st Engineering Detachment of the 49th Military Police Brigade. And my origin story is...
Wait, you're an MP?
No, I'm part of an MP brigade. I'm an Army engineer.
I was going to say we can't be friends if you are.
It's a good thing I'm not.
Good.
Yeah.
So it was about a month after I got out of basic and MOS training when they let me out from under the rock. I was at my mother's house, I was watching the hub, and I was watching Batman. So after Batman ended, My Little Pony came on, and it was suited for success.
Excellent episode.
And I'm not kidding, my first thought was, this is going to physically hurt to watch.
Get the leather strap to bite.
And by the end of the song Art of the Dress, I thought to myself, I like that more than I should have. This was around November, so by the end of the week, I was caught up through season 1 all the way to Lunar Eclipsed. Then, what, a year and a half later?
All right, questions. Let them rip.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm listening to the Air Force in a few months. My question is, for the main stick or any of the ponies, would you associate any type of vehicle, weapon, sort of thing? What would you associate? Like, I associate Applejack with Natum, Thunderbolt 2, and Warhead.
I think Twilight, as Pinky demonstrated in the cannon already, would make a pretty good minigun.
Yes.
Well, Pinkie Pie is actually the unofficial mascot of Marine Corps Artillery. Ah, yeah, party cannon!
So, I'm Motor T, so I'm partial to Wildfire. I think Wildfire would probably be more of a Humvee type of gal. M1123 all the way.
I work in a lab with no windows. So I'd say Vinyl Scratch has a wonderful signal generator. You can literally see all the wubs. Not joking.
Owen wants to see Rarity as Sniper, yeah. Sniper for sure. She looks like the kind of person that'd be doing that.
Rarity is best spy.
Spy. Infiltration.
I'd probably see Fluttershy as being maybe a Doc. I don't know.
No.
I was taking
Doc's not biased at all, is he?
I didn't say that. I'm not talking about Torch too.
It's your beer.
Yeah.
I don't know, she's got that little bit of weirdness to her.
Yeah.
She would have a problem having the sword.
Considering all the stories I'm talking about. It fits.
Snowflake is a up-armored bulldozer.
He is a tank.
I did not need a
Living
question.
tank.
What was the question?
If you could associate any sort of military-themed equipments, like
Okay.
Just one real quick. We're running out of time here, so one real quick.
Let's see. I put AJ with the AA-12 shotgun.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so with our closing ceremony here, we actually have a slideshow with all the hymns, anthems of the different branches. So we're just going to play that real quick here. We do apologize for cutting you guys off. Like I said, hey, just come up to us with your questions. We'll freaking talk to you guys. Give you all the time in the world. So later in the holes, just ask us some questions. We'll be around. But anyway, this is a very special thing that we have this slideshow with all the branches, hymns. Service members in their particular branch, please stand for your hymn. You can sing along if you want to. Civilians, if you know the lyrics, sing along. Feel free to sing along as well. But we just ask that you stay seated and let the service members of the specific branch stand.
Time to get moto.
Sir.
I want to thank you all for coming, because none of us really thought we'd ever have a panel at this kind of thing. Thank you all for showing up.
Thank you for your service!
Thank you.